I'm going to make a cute little pouch. I'm going to crochet it, leave a nice long end. Start with a slip knot, cross over, loop it through. This is your cut end. This is your ball end. Tighten from the ball end. Make the loop bigger and smaller from the cut end. Pop your hook in, and I'm going to make 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to work into the first chain. So in effect, this is going to make the center of a circle, and this is your first stitch, and all the stitches are going to radiate out from that first chain. We're going to do 11 double crochets into that first chain. I'm English, I call them trebles. You're American, you call them double crochet. 11. That's number 1. 2. 3. Loosen that up a little bit and make it a bit easier. And then we're back here again at the beginning. I'm going to count 3 chain up, 1, 2, 3, and just slip stitch into the top of that turning chain. That turning chain counts as a stitch here. So you've got 12 stitches in effect, so just pull that through and then pull it through the one on the hook. And we join together a little circle. Take the cut end and just pull to tighten that middle. And this is going to be the bottom of the bag, and the bag's going to work up this way. Make 3 chain to turn. 1, 2, 3. Turn round. I'm going to start by working into that slip stitch there. That's the last stitch of your row, and that was the slip stitch you'd made to join. We're going to work into that slip stitch. You're going to do 1 treble into the slip stitch. As I said before, that's double crochet if you're American. 1 treble into the slip stitch, then 1 double crochet. If you're American, again that would be a single crochet. 1 double crochet into the first stitch. So that's into there. Okay. Then we're going to do 3 trebles into the next stitch. So wrap it round once, 3 trebles into the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, and a single crochet into the next. Sorry, double crochet. I'm getting all mixed up with me Americans and me Englishes. I'll try and stick to English. Double crochet into the next. 3 trebles into the next. And carry on round there doing 3 trebles, 1 double, 3 trebles, 1 double. Then we finish with a double crochet into that last stitch there. And as you can see, we worked in 3s with a double crochet in between, 3 trebles. But here we've got, where we started, there was only 1 treble and 1 3 chain turn. So we need another treble there. So into that slip stitch, make another treble to make up that group where we started, so that there's now 3 there, and join with a slip stitch in the top of the chain. Put your hook through, pull it through, and pull it through the one on the hook. And you make 1 chain, turn your work round. There's your last stitch, there's your slip stitch. Just make 1 double crochet into your slip stitch, so just pull it through and pull it through the 2 on your hook. So there's your double crochet from the previous row. There's your 3 trebles, and we're going to do 5 trebles into that double crochet. If you're American, that is 5 double crochet into that single crochet. 1, 2, 5, and then a single crochet into the center of those 3, which is that one there. Sorry, double crochet. I must be so confusing you. I'm getting confused myself. Just pull it through 2. That's a double crochet to me. And if you're American, that's a single crochet. And again, 5 trebles. I have to think then. 5 trebles into your double crochet of the previous row, which is there. And continue doing 5 and 1 all the way around. And then just do a slip stitch into that first stitch you did there, that first double crochet. Pull it through and through the one on the hook. The next 2 rows are the ones which you're going to repeat, and we begin the 4th row or round with 3 chain and turn. There's your 5 treble from the previous row. There's your double crochet, and we're just going to work 2 more trebles into there. I say more because the first 3 chain count as 1. Into that double crochet of the previous row. And then you do 1 single crochet, sorry, double crochet, single if you're American, into the middle of those 5 trebles. And 5 trebles into the next double crochet. Double crochet into the 3rd, which is the middle of those 5. And you repeat that all the way around. Okay, that was English, or British if you like. Now I must speak in American, and if you're American you call these doubles, and you do 5 double crochet if you're American. And then a single crochet, double if you're English. And as I said, keep going to the end of the row. So there's your last double crochet, and then we get to the end. There's the 3 chain and the 2 trebles, and as we're doing like bunches of 5 trebles. We need to add 2 more to that, so into that stitch there, 2 more trebles, and then a slip stitch into the top chain of that turning chain. So into there, just insert your hook and pull your yarn through and through the one on your hook. Okay, and then 1 chain to turn for the next row. Right, you need to do a double crochet into the middle of those 3, and then 5 trebles into the double crochet of the previous row. Double crochet into the middle of those 5. That's 4, isn't it? I think that's 4, that's 5. Carry on all round, and then this row and the one that just went before it, you just repeat those 2 rows. Then when you get to the end, just slip stitch into your first stitch there, and then 3 chain to turn for the next row. And as I said, just repeat those last 2 rows over and over again, and you'll start to get this little pouch. So I've done those last 2 rows one more time, and again I've repeated those 2 rows, and one more time again. So then you need to do your 3 point turn, 3 chain turn, and just do that first row once more, not the 2 rows. That's that done. There's the first round. There's the round where we did 3 double crochet, trebles if you're in the UK, 3 trebles, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with 5 treble, and that gives you a total of 12 rows, and then 1 chain and turn, double crochet into every stitch. When you get to the end of that row, 1 chain and turn, and do another row of double crochet. If you're American, that's a single crochet. And then fasten off, darn in all the ends, and then what we'll do is make a twisted cord, or you can use ribbon to gather up the pouch at the top. Just come into the end of the last row of double crochet or single crochet if you're American. Slip stitch into your first stitch of the round. Break that off. I've got no scissors handy, so I'm just going to pull, and then just pull that through to finish. Darn that end in, darn your first end in, and we're going to gather that up at the top. I'm going to use a twisted cord. You can use ribbon or purchased cord, whatever you fancy, and you'll have your little pouch. To make a twisted cord, you need to take a piece of yarn twice as long as you need. Start at one end, and you've got to twist in the same direction that the wool is already twisted in. Make the twist tighter. Twist and twist. Okay. You could just tie this to something and twist, but what I'm going to do is take that between my finger and thumb there, twist the next bit, And again, take it between my finger and thumb and keep going along the whole length. Taking it between my finger and thumb because it's going to untwist obviously if I don't keep hold of it. So then you take that end, just give it another little twist, and then without untwisting it you've got to try and find your beginning. There it is. There's your start, and you put the two together. Hold them tight and then you can let go of all that. What a mess. Don't worry, just pull it all straight, still tangling up a bit. Take it from the top, smooth it all out. There you have your twisted cord. Tie a knot in the end. And then you'll trim that end off. Go to the other end just so that they match. Although that's nice and neat, you want the two ends looking the same. So I always tie that in a knot, which is a shame really because it's so nice and neat, that end. And I'll trim that off as well, and then we'll thread it through the pouch. So you just need to thread that through, a couple of rows down. Thread it in a fat needle if you want, but there's no need really, you can just push it through.